Hello, this is Decoherent, and welcome back to some more Torment Tides of Numenera. So, I'm not even sure how to summarize the last episode. Lots happened. We poked around on the Bloom's head, we got Mazov back, which was kind of surprising. We discovered that the first is the Memavira. Yeah, lots happened. So, we're getting conflicting suggestions as to what precisely has been the plan here with the Resonance Chamber. We've heard that maybe it's going to consume all of the cast-offs in order to hurt the Bloom or destroy it, or maybe we can use it without all getting absorbed or something. I don't know. Seriously, go watch it. So we also scavenged a Mirrorcaster here. Mazov dropped it out of his pocket. And I'm going to use this before we head on through. My reasoning being, I don't know, I just want more data. I don't like that I don't know completely what I'm walking into. It's just not a good place to be. So, off we go. The Mirrorcaster is hot to the touch. You feel the click and whirl of countless mechanisms moving beneath your hands. The urge to explore this mirror within is as palpable as thirst. Oh, I gotcha. Let's inspect it first, just carefully. The clicking of the mechanisms within the device is a rhythmic thing, like a drumbeat, like soldiers marching in perfect helpless union. That's weird. Alright, in we go. As your consciousness coalesces, you find yourself in an underground bunker which is shaking from an attack far above. You stand mid-salute in front of a cast-off encased in an articulated metal carapace. He's so skeletal you doubt he could move without it. You remember his name as Lovak, Pajrakan's second in command in the endless battle. 3 advisors sit behind him. Lovak shakes his synth-covered hand and addresses you. Don't worry about the message, Barakel. It's been rendered moot. We're just lucky Commander Reckon made it out of Mile Vest alive. She missed the destruction of the sanctuary by moments. A thunderous explosion rocks the bunker, sending everyone staggering. As you can see, we have troubles of our own, Lovak says, getting back on his feet. The Changing God's latest ploy has paralyzed the Reconciler of Truth. Of course, Heaven's Rejoinder remains functioning, which means we cannot reverse their successes while they can reverse ours. He leads you to a strategy table, showing a 3-dimensional projection of a battlefield across parallel realities. He swipes through several images. All of them show your army on the verge of defeat. He shakes his head. We're in more danger now of losing this war since the first died. I'm afraid I must send you out again, Berghale. We must save the Reconciler. Whoa! So if I ask a stupid question, he might know it's not me. So this is something that was alluded to in, I think, one of the short stories and stuff that they wrote previous to this game. That the first has some kind of device that lets her pick possible histories. So whatever happens in a battle, she could pluck out the result that was most advantageous to her. And that would lock the future in place. I hope I'm remembering this correctly. So I'm pretty sure that's what's going on. Let's play... Okay, let's edge up on this really quick here. So how did the massacre at Mile Vest happen? How did the shields come down? By the way, this is the present. I don't know. Maybe the sorrow finally grew strong enough to smash through. Maybe there is a traitor. I've heard nothing. Okay, so the Reconciler of Truth and Heaven's Rejoinder, I remember what they are, but why don't you tell me? Lovak laughs. Again, huh? I suppose one of the hazards of dancing so often through realities and times is that it plays hell with memory. Not to worry, I'll explain it once more. Centuries ago, when the First still lived, she found the Reconciler, a machine of the ancients which allowed the user to look at multiple versions of a recent event and lock reality onto the one they liked best, making it the only reality. With it, she began choosing realities in which we'd won more battles than we'd lost, and quickly drove the Changing God to the brink of defeat. Until, that is, he acquired his own machine, Heaven's Rejoinder, which can undo the Reconciler's realities and make its own. I was right. I'm so glad I remember. Since then, our war has become one of feint and counterfeit, of competing and collapsing realities where no battle is ever entirely won or completely lost, and where both sides always look for a final advantage. He sighs and looks at the table, where one by one the multiple battlefields are beginning to wink out, narrowing down to one. And it seems as if the Chalcedon, the Changing God's general, may have found his advantage at last. With the Reconciler sabotaged, and Heaven's Rejoinder well defended, we may never turn the tide. Okay. Well, I'm ready to help. Excellent, says Lovac, and turns to advisors. All cast-offs, you notice. Friends, what are your suggestions? How do we undo what's been done to the Reconciler without using the Reconciler? A scarred female cast-off in red armor speaks up. I recommend an all-out assault on the position of Heaven's Rejoinder. This will, of course, fail, but it will give cover for Becquerel to slip through the paths of the white nests and reach the Rejoinder from behind. There, she can reset it, and then destroy it. She pounds the table. Then we will be the only side who can change history. Okay. A male mutant, exquisitely beautiful except for the second mouth in his throat, speaks in melodious harmony. I suggest Barakel use the reality storm that ravages No Man's Land to find the Reconciler's saboteur. If she can navigate the shifting shards, she can stop the saboteur before he reaches it. He shrugs. This will only return us to the status quo, of course, but it will be easier for Barakel to deal with one man than the deadly white nests. Any other suggestions? Asks Lovac. When there's no answer, he turns to you. I approve of either path, as it is you who will face these challenges. I leave it to you which one you will choose. What do you say? Okay, so tell me some more about these white nests first. The white nests, says Lovac, are the catacombs where the Chalcedon breeds his Stratharian war moths. A horrible place. I don't know what the tunnels were originally used for, but now they're a tangled mess of webs and larvae. It's filled with traps, since the enemy knows the tunnels are a vulnerable approach, but the real danger is the moth themselves. Horrible creatures whose phosphorescent glow withers the flesh and maddens the mind. He shivers. Once they sense your presence, they will not rest until you're dead. It won't be an easy approach by any means. Well, that doesn't sound awesome. Neither does a reality storm. What's that all about? Lovac shakes his head. We and the Changing God have used the Reconciler of Truth and Heaven's Rejoinder so much, and at such cross purposes, that there are places in the No Man's Land between our front lines where no single reality holds sway. Fractured ripples of possibility drift across the field like squalls of rain, changing all in their path, and offering entry into other times and versions of the present. Of course, once one enters a different version of reality, then all the shards one encounter in that reality are different too. He pales. It's the less deadly route, but it's still possible to be lost forever in such a maze. This is an interesting thought. So do we take the easy route and bring things back to the status quo, which has been going on for a long time and doing nothing important? Or do I go big? Okay, well, my life philosophy's always been, if you're gonna fail, fail hard. Let's do it. Let's make our way through the white nests while the army assaults Heaven's Rejoinder. Lovac nods, then looks at the others. Any objections to Barakel's choice? The cast-off with two mouth shrugs. If she's brave enough to face the bots, then we're brave enough to commit our troops. And with luck, says the cast-off in red armor, when she successfully reset the Rejoinder, the battle will not have happened at all, and our troops will be safe. Very well, says Lovac standing. Then make your preparations. When you're ready, we'll begin. 2 days and 2 long marches later, you and Lovac's army are 50 kilometers inside the Changing God's territory. While the army continues one direction, Lovac takes your arm and points towards a ravine. Your path lies there. Follow this rift for a kilometer, and you'll find a Captain Hugo waiting for you. He knows the white nests better than any man. He'll help you through them. After that, you're on your own. Alright, nothing will stop me. Never fear. Lovac smiles as he turns away. With an attitude like that, how can you fail? You enter the ravine, and it leads you away from the fighting, getting deeper as it goes. Finally, at a point so narrow the walls almost shut out the sky, a man leading 2 leashed hounds step out of a cave and cracks a smile. Herbivore hounds, sorry. The skinny, small man has dark brown eyes that look friendly. They seem to sit in bottomless eye sockets, an impression encouraged by his prominent nose and wide smile. All this is surrounded by long, stick-straight black hair in which some gray shimmers. You feel his wit in the air around him, as if radiated by every cell in his body. Hello, sunshine. You must be Barakel. I'm Hugo. The nests are just through here, but before we go in, let me tell you what we're up against. He unrolls a hand-drawn map. The tunnels are mined at every intersection, sometimes with detonation ciphers, sometimes plain old explosives. My dogs here can eat energy blasts, but they'll die in regular mines like we will, so it's best to check what we're walking into. Trouble is, the longer we're here, the more likely the moths will find us. So, if we take too many wrong turns, we're in trouble. You do not want to fight war moths, trust me, so no shilly-shallying. He hands you the map. Alright, in we go. Okay, let's take a look at this. So where are we entering? Probably here. And where are we going? This looks bad. Oh, okay. The cave narrows as you enter it, then widens again at a stone wall with a man-high crack in it. I gotta figure out how to pronounce this guy's name. Igarach lets his dogs go through first, then turns sideways and edges through after them. You do the same and find yourself in an L-shaped tunnel covered in moth silk and bones. The stench of the place makes your eyes water. Pointing to the map, your guide shows you that you are in the southeast corner of the tunnels, which lead away into darkness on the west and the north. Which way, sister? He asks. I feel like I'm likely to be eaten by a grue. I really wish I knew where I was heading. Which one of these... So am I just going through to the exit? Oh, yeah, I'm going through to the exit. Okay, that's got a moth in it, so that sounds bad. So let's go north and then west a couple. This just has mushrooms. And what's the worst that could happen with mushrooms, right? This room glows green with the light of phosphorescent mushrooms. They grow on everything. The floor, the rocks that have tumbled from the ceilings, and the bodies of the soldiers that lie pressed up against the walls as if thrown there. They also grow in the open archways that lead from the room, north, west, and south. Somewhere, hidden amongst the mushrooms is a trap, but you can't tell what kind it is without testing. Okay, let's try to determine what kind of trap it is. It has an explosive trap. Okay, let's defuse it. The explosive has been defused. The room is clear. Okay, so we're here, so let's go west. This room is a towering, echoey space, with vaulted ceilings almost completely lost in the darkness above you. Grave markers rise like game pieces on a checkered floor. All are webbed in moth silk. There are exits in all four walls, north, west, east, and south. You know there's a trap hidden amongst the graves, but without testing, you can't tell what kind. Why would I not test? Okay, it contains an explosive mine. Defuse it. Okay, let's go west again. That'll bring us to here. There's nothing but an empty four-way intersection going northwest, south, and east, but you can sense a trap. Okay, what kind of trap? An energy detonation cipher. Yes, defuse it. Fine. Uh-oh. In the distance, you hear the flutter of giant wings and see a soft putrescent glow. The war moths have awakened. Uh-oh. West. Oh no, have I just been stalling? The corridor descends into a low cave, so thick with stalactites and stalagmites you feel like you're looking into the teeth of some great beast that could swallow you whole. Through the jagged gloom, you see that there are ways out of the cave to the northwest and south, but you can't see what trap the enemy laid here. You'll have to test to see what kind it is. They're getting closer. We gotta move. The trap is an explosive and it's killed one of the Irgavor hounds. Fortunately, the poor beast took all the damage, and you and Hugo remain unscathed. Crap. Okay, let's go north. Go, go, go. This room is hip-deep in moth silk, a thick swamp of it, in which you can hear things rustling, and out of which skeletal arms and legs protrude like the branches of a dead hedge. Looking beyond the swamp, the room has 3 exits, but you can't tell what sort of traps the webs hide without checking. Okay. Please be energy. Crap! It's killed the second of the hounds. There's no hounds left. Ah, shit. We're in trouble. Okay, they're right behind you. Let's go north. A seemingly empty room with exits to the east and south, and a staircase on the north wall leading up to the glorious light of day. You found the exit. But this room could be trapped too. Maybe you should check it. 4 moths appear from several directions at once, surrounding you. They hover on glowing wings, poised to attack. You have to fight them if you want to survive. Okay, attack! I suck at initiative. I'm going to crank it all the way up. You leap in, drawing and slashing in one smooth motion, and cut a moth out of the air, dodging gracefully from their withering light. The remaining moths come for you again. Attack again! 85. You attack again, killing another moth and dancing away before any light can touch you. There are 2 moths left, but they're not dying quickly. Hugo, come on, back me up. Hugo gives you a sideways look as he readies his fiber blade. I see why you're always the first one standing, hero. For the first! He charges in, blade slashing, and cuts a moth in 2, but the rest turn their hideous light on him, and his flesh shrivels in its glow. Yet he crumbles to the ground like a 1,000-year corpse. There's only 1 moth left, but it shows no indication of running away. It comes for you again. Okay, this is going to drain our pool. Let's do it. Ah! With a final effort, you cut down the last moth and stand victorious amongst their butchered bodies. Okay, let's find our trap. Energy detonation cipher. Okay, off we go. You stumble from the tunnels and into a quiet, oppressively hot canyon. The sky above you is filled with towering clouds, and in the distance, you can hear the sounds of furious battle. You've made it. You're behind enemy lines, and in the place where the Chalcedon hides Heaven's Rejoinder. Unfortunately, it's not here. You look around desperately. This is most definitely the place. You've seen it many times on ordnance maps, but the massive toad-like machine that's meant to be crouching in the center of the canyon is not where it's meant to be. There's not even any sign it's ever been here. No imprint, no broken ground, nothing. Nor are the men and constructs that were meant to guard it here. There's no one and nothing. Is this an illusion? You climb the canyon wall and search the landscape, looking into other canyons and ravines, but Heaven's Rejoinder is nowhere to be found. Either it vanished without a trace, or it was never here to begin with. Let's keep looking! The search is no more fruitful than the last. You even go back into the white nest, thinking you might have come out the wrong exit. But this is the only one. Heaven's Rejoinder should be here, but it's not. Crap! Alright, let's head back. You retrace your steps through the white nests and return to Lovak's bunker. He greets you with open arms and a smile. Success, my friend! Whatever you did, our reconciler is operational once again, and we've recovered our recent losses. I've told Paj Raken of your heroism, and she wants to thank you personally. Go to her now. She's in the Bloom meeting with the Memavira. I believe she has more work for you there. Oh, so well, okay, it had already been edited out. Yeah, the Rejoinder wasn't there. Lovak laughs. What? Are you joking? Well, if you say it wasn't, then I believe you, but you must have done something, for we're back to how we were before the sabotage. He shrugs. You want my theory? Your success forced the Chalcedon to revert to a reality in which the Reconciler was never touched. He had to give us the Reconciler back in order to keep Heaven's Rejoinder. He laughs. Well, that's the endless battle for you. Mysterious and elliptical. In any event, you've acquitted yourself well, deserving of Commander's Reckon's summons. Okay, thank you. I'll head there now. Thank you, says Lovak. My regards to the Commander. With a bow, you leave the bunker and make your way to the Zydrake Roost. There you mount the drake the grooms have saddled for you and fly towards Sagas Cliffs. When you reach it, you bank down into its shadow in the land near the living, glistening mountain of flesh that's the Bloom. The guards at the nearest orifice tell you the way to the Memavira's fortress, and after entering and traveling through the Bloom's viscera and ventricles, you reach her gates. Her guards admit you without a word, and you are ushered into an antechamber and told to wait. From behind a door, you hear the voice of Paj Raken, raised in frustration. If the Sorrow's strong enough to enter Mile of Est, Paj is saying, then it's our primary enemy. We must either finish the Changing God quickly, or unite with him to destroy it. A voice you recognize as the Memavira's answers. You have it reversed, sisters. We will use the Sorrow to destroy the Changing God. All we must do is turn it his way. Paj groans. And I'm to take this message to the survivors? That they should let the monster which killed us walk free, hoping it might strike our enemy first? Why don't you tell them, sister? Why not reveal yourself at last? The door slides open and the Memavira enters. It isn't time, She cuts off as she sees you. Who's this? Paj enters the room behind her and then nods. Ah, Barakel. The loyal blade you asked me to send for. Well, and it seems she's already learned your secret. The Memavira gives you a hard look. Then she'd better be loyal indeed. Introduce us. Barakel, says Paj. May I present the first, our brave leader. So brave, she's hidden behind my skirts for over 100 years. Enough, Paj, snaps the first, then looks you over. I asked Commander Raken to bring me her best, for in the coming days I will have need of an agent who will act without flinching no matter what the order. Is that you? Are you ready to do anything to stop the Changing God? I'm honored to be chosen, but my loyalty is to the commander I've known all these years. I will do as Paj orders. The first looks from you to Paj and back, thinking, Then I'll have to trust that Paj remains loyal to me, won't I? She turns to Paj. General, what are your orders for our blade? Paj faces you, squaring her shoulders. Barakel, protect the First and follow her orders in all things. As of now, she is your commander, not I. As the First welcomes you, a force like a fist starts to wrench you back to your own body. The last thing you hear is your new commander saying, "The last child is coming, Barakel. We must be prepared." Wow, that's so cool! I mean, I'm calm. Totally not trying not to giggle. Okay. I feel like we're going to get into something huge, but 20 minutes isn't enough. I have to keep doing stuff here. Off we go. Down another mystery tube. Did that use my actual stat pools? I can never remember. Or is it Barakel's stat pool that ends up getting used? Well, here we are again. It's always such a pleasure. Okay, so yeah, that was my pools. Okay, do I rest? Okay, what do I have in terms of quests? Okay, decided not to do that, not doing that. Into the depths, return to the Memavira. Okay, let's crash real quick. Because seriously, man, we deserve this.
Never get enough.
Alright. So can I pick a fight yet with Dracogen? I have to ask you a few more questions, blah blah blah. Never mind, whatever. Ugh, why can't I just stab him? Okay, is there anything that I have or don't need or whatever? Doesn't really matter that I'm carrying this stuff, that's okay. What did I do with that amulet? With the flex skills? I hope I didn't accidentally sell it. I'm not that dumb. Maybe? Yeah, that's right. This is a pretty cool one. Plus 3 damage. But edge. Actually, that's interesting. After 2 attacks, this would break even, but no. The candy dispenser, yeah. -3 resistance isn't great for him. I don't really have any other artifacts that are beneficial enough to make up for the negatives that you would get. Just double check really quick. Oh. Plus 4 damage, and all he gets is minus endurance and minus training and healing. That's pretty good. Okay, yeah. So what... Does he have anything in endurance? I don't even know what endurance does. Does that bring it up on here? Endurance. Okay, so what did that do to his health? Okay, he went from 43 to 41. So 2 points of health for plus 4 damage? Yeah, that's easy. Alright. It is time. Alright, Bruska, buddy old pal. Oh, wait. I can't forget to send Rin back. No, I don't think we're at a final thing here yet. Bruska nods as you approach. Well met. You need something? Mazov, Ishin, should have found his way back by now. Is he safe? So his story was true. She looks you up and down with new admiration. I admit, I didn't expect to see either of you alive again. Yep, he's safe, and the Memavira is expecting you. She'll see you whenever you're ready. She gives a surreptitious glance to the other guard and says to in a low voice, You should know the Memavira seemed angry that you succeeded. She shakes her head. I don't understand it either, but I've never seen her like this before. My advice? Take care of any unfinished business you have before you see her. That's assuming you have to see her, of course. Thank you. Okay. Rin, let's do this. I owe you.
Let's go.
This sucks. Oh man, I'm gonna miss her. Well, gotta make some hard decisions on ciphers too. Realistically, I should have been using them. It's pretty clear that I hoard items. I'm incredibly susceptible to too good to use. Alright, Ren, let's swap some stuff around you and send you on your way. Okay. So, what do you got going on here? You've got your rocks. Oh, there's the flex skill. Okay, you know what? You can keep the gun, that's fine. You can keep your book. You know what? Keep the heal. And you know what? Keep this knife to remember me. Okay, so what do I need? So, I can part with that. These all in immediate area ones are sort of iffy. Okay. Okay, I think I can spread these out one to each person. So, sunspot icon? Oh yeah. Third man? Oh yeah. See, another all in immediate area. One enemy. Okay, I think we can take two before bad things happen, right? Actually, you know what? What are the ones I'm not going to keep? I just said this. Oh. I don't need that. Here, you know what? Rin, why don't you keep that one? Keep it to remember us by. I do want quantum detonation. That's one I'm not willing to part with. Okay, armor. Oh, the cure. You know, I will never remember to use that. I think I'm just going to go ahead and sell it. And these are... Wow, that's a nasty one. And protected. Okay, well... Reach one over, so... Okay. Okay, that's good. I think we're doing good now. Actually. There you go. Anything else I should send with her? I feel like I should, like, give her gifts, you know? Here, you know what? The Traveler's Star. There you go, kid. Alright, let's do it. Oops. Ain Tazan doesn't welcome you with his rolling golden words this time. He merely nods in greeting. Still, a touch of that hypnotic calm rolls over you. Okay. So do I throw a wonder in here? Or do I just cut with it? You know, cutting's gone well for us. You lunge at the man, yank aside his clothes, and run the scalpel through the maw's fibrous lips. The bloom howls in fury, and the red walls around you clench and shake. Rin screams, yet Ain Tazan's eyes are glazed over. He seems oddly unaware of what you're doing. The maw peels open. You squint as a sudden bright light filters into the darkness of the bloom. You breathe involuntarily as a sharp, pungent smell strikes your nostrils. As your eyes adjust, you see green. Grass, bushes, and trees, so many trees. It looks like Ain Tazan isn't even there anymore, just this window into another world. Rin stares, tears falling freely down her face. She looks at you and her face falls. I don't know what to... She looks to the maw and then back to you again. Now that I'm here... Are you sure this is what you want to do, Rin? Yes, she says without thinking. Then she shakes her head. No, I mean, this is what I've wanted. It is, but you... She turns wet eyes to face you. You mean a lot to me. Should I? Kid, your first reaction was the right one. It's your home. It's your family. We'll remember you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. She lunges forward, throwing her arms around you. She squeezes you tightly, crying into your chest for a few moments. Finally, she pulls away and puts something into your hand. I made a god for you, a god of friends and findings. I don't know how strong he is, but, well, maybe he'll help us see another again someday. Rin gave you this very small knife just before she returned to her world. She called it a god of friends and finding. She admitted it might not be very strong, but she hoped it would help you and her to find each other again someday. The blade is dull, and it's too small to be used as a weapon.
I'll remember that.
Come on, All. I want to show you, well, everything. She steps forward, oblivious or unheeding to the fact that she's walking into a person. She doesn't care. She's finally home. The maw seals itself behind her. Shaking and dazed, Ain Tazan closes now bloody clothing over the wounded maw and gives you a tremulous smile. He seems blissfully unaware that anything happened. Huh, wasn't that girl here with him? I must have imagined it. Wow. And then there were 3. I think we did the right thing, but man, that's rough. Okay. Well,
Yes.
time to go face the Memavira and the First and start getting some answers nailed down here. And so, on that bombshell, let's go ahead and end this episode. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.